take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Qapla. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to kiss your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. Here to make war, we surrender. Falsehood, important news are new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a seaport factory. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. That means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest. A special pride never written before or since. Tall words proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Bird O' Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello world, it's Bird O' Prey 5, Qapla, and welcome to Sinema Saturday for September 19th, 2020. Today we are going to be watching Apollo 13. Is it 1996, I think this movie came out? Not 100% sure on the date. Starring Tom Hanks, now a citizen of Greece. Bill Paxton, now a citizen of a cemetery. Rest in peace, Bill Paxton. And Kevin Bacon, who is not, in fact, made of bacon. Welcome to the panel, LDG and Professor Brainy Specs. Qapla, guys.
Hello, everybody. Ready for this movie? Let's do it.
Hello, everyone. And
You ready
Bird,
how you
to
doing?
jump in? I'm sorry, Jeff.
Bird, you're 5.5 hours late.
I'm not 5.5 hours late, okay? It was always 2 p.m. Eastern. Your clock is broken. I'm gonna have to give a lesson on how to tell time.
No, we all know that Kurogan clocks are off. They're always off.
Listen, they're just off a little bit, only so that we can get a little extra work out of the orphans. It's not, it's not a big deal, but don't go around telling people that, please.
You just did.
No, there's only friends on this stream. Nobody here is gonna tell anybody. There's nobody to report it to anyway. It's Karoga.
Okay.
Nobody. Welcome everybody, and I see LDG is ready to strap into the rocket. He's happy to take a ride on Apollo 13.
Oh yeah,
good for you. Good for you, LDG. You are braver than I am. Karoga, we have a problem, says Pixelate, which is the same as LDG. And Carlo says, hi, I hope everyone is as well as can be. Thank you, Carlo. John the Four President says, Bird, the moon landing is real. Tom Hanks is a hoax. I can believe that. I can believe that. Aberjam says, time for Apollo 13, escape from Hollywood. And he still wants to free Nicole. Greatest intro ever. Thank you so much, Blast Hard Cheese. Qapla. It looks like a new name. Hope you enjoy the stream. Carlos says, is this a film with the people that did something at some point during some time? It is indeed that film, Carlo. It is indeed. And welcome Joseph Patrick to the stream.
Did I hear LD has a strap on?
Yes, you did. LDG has a strap-on shaped like a Saturn V rocket.
Wow.
He calls it his.
Okay,
He-
okay. Let it just be there. Okay.
He calls it his
Yes,
NASA
please.
stick.
Whoa.
Jeff
More-
Franklin 13 is a very lucky number along with Friday.
Yes, indeed. You want to know why?
Why?
Because my mother was born on Friday the 13th.
I was born on Monday the 13th, which is Garfield's least favorite day. And yes, 13 is a lucky number for me, but not for a lot of people. But I'm glad you are in the army of 13, Jeff.
Indeed. Thank you. And
Average
hi,
is-
Joseph.
Can
Hi,
we
Jeff.
watch Grease next week? No, Grease next week. And I also want to say hello to everyone who was here early. Not Ryan Johnson, Jeff Franklin, who's on the panel. Who else was here early? Jay Debra's boys, Qapla, JD, Josh Street, and Continuum Track. If you're still here, welcome, Continuum Track.
Yo.
47 Yorktown was here. Who else? Richie Poole, Qapla, Richie Poole, Mr. CCDV, John the former peasant, hello. And Carlo is still here. And okay, I think we are caught up in Mountains of Elysium. Says greetings to Sassy. Chaser of cats, eater of cookies, stalker of cardinals, defiler of cushions, and scourge of the scrolls. Aroo! And Blast Hard Cheese says this is better than Apollo's 1 through 12 movies. Yes, this is one of the rare times.
Apollo 1 was just a short movie. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a sad movie.
Yeah.
Apollo 11, they actually did that movie, but it wasn't nearly as interesting. Although it had some nice footage. They had the HD footage of the moon landing for the movie.
But Bird, I think you're forgetting something about Apollo 11.
Well, what am I forgetting about Apollo 11?
Yeah, you'd have to watch a Doctor Who episode to get it.
Oh, come on, man. Doctor Who is not NASA canon. I'm sorry. And Qapla Arabic Sonder, welcome.
Give us on sight.
Immortal Technique, welcome. So for those, I forgot to put down the banner that tells people where to go. There you are. So if you are new to Sinema Saturday, if you watch here on YouTube, we'll only be broadcasting screenshots every 7 or so seconds, just so you can keep up with where we are in the movie. Now, if you have your own copy of the movie or you can stream it on someplace, that's great. We are paused 14 seconds into the movie. The runtime of this version of the movie, which is just the general Blu-ray copy, is 2 hours, 19 minutes, and 46 seconds. But of course, like the last 10 minutes is probably credits. So don't worry about that. But we are paused 14 seconds in. If you do not have your own copy of the movie or don't have a place to stream it, then you are welcome to come to the Bird O Prey 5 screening room. The address, which will be scrolling across the bottom of the page in just a second, which is, there it is, https birdofprey5.com/SR, lowercase. And you can watch it with me, my copy, as if you were here in my living room watching with me. I control it. I can hit play. I can pause it. I'm not going to, but I'll just play it when we start. And you get to control the volume. That's all you get to control for your side. If you try to pause, it'll pause for like a fraction of a second and then start playing again, because you can't. Only I can pause and start the movie.
But Bird, do you control the vertical and do you control the horizontal?
I control the vertical. I control the horizontal.
Okay.
The only thing I don't control is the volume.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Or space and time.
What about Space and Time?
Not funny. I said or space and time.
Yes.
You're not the Q. Never mind. I'll shut up.
I'm afraid the movie is 2 hours and 19 minutes.
That would be the Time Lords controlling space and time.
There we go.
Mr. CCDV says, sorry, my daughter did not fill the dog's water dishes. I'll be right back. No problem, Mr. CCDV. And he's in the screening room. Whoop. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and get started because, like I said, this is, I think this will be the longest movie we've screened yet. So, yeah.
Wait for the Lord of the Rings.
Okay, I heard Lord of the Rings. That's never going to happen. What was the other thing that somebody said?
Oh, I see Lieutenant Reed in the chat. Hi, Lieutenant Reed.
Lieutenant Reed? Where's Lieutenant Reed?
Yeah, he's right there.
Read alert.
Read alert.
It's a joke with Mr. CCDV.
Son of a bitch. God damn it.
Inside joke.
I thought there was a new person in the chat.
I'm
if
sorry,
you do
Bert.
the Guardians.
And he said he's in the screening room. Okay. Oh, screening room. Okay, not
the screening room, not the backstage.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, if
okay.
you do
somebody, do you have a way to get to Mr. CCDV?
Yeah. I can send him a message.
Send him the link. Send him the link.
Yeah,
please.
sure. What I was gonna say is if you do what the Galaxy Guide to the Galaxy, I think that one's longer.
Hitchhiker's Guide to Galaxy.
The original.
I don't think I'll be doing that. So it was never one of my favorites. So
really, the original.
I'd watch if somebody else did it, but I'm really not too interested. There are so many other movies.
By the way, do we know what's going to be on the menu next week?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm really thinking, but it's 2 NASA movies in a row. But I mean, I was really thinking maybe Space Camp. But I tell you, if people have suggestions, I'll be open to them during the movie. Let's put it this way: I was between Space Camp and Austin Powers. So if somebody has, welcome, Mr. CCDV.
Space Camp would be awesome. Do 2 NASA movies in a row, please.
Then we'll do Space Camp next week.
Awesome. I love Space Camp.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen Space Camp.
Yeah,
so then next week will be Space Camp.
Me.
Yeah, I'd say probably 30 years for me. Well, maybe 25. I don't know.
Yeah, Jeff Franklin and I recorded for Richard and Robert. So that's why we did the Pearl Harbor thing. I'm Lieutenant whatever on the recording. Reed, yeah, I'm Lieutenant Reed on the recording. That's why that just explaining the joke.
We are not doing Crystal Skull. We are not doing Crystal Skull next week.
No, we should have done it last week since we had that horrible movie last week, right?
Project X was not a horrible movie.
No,
I beg to differ.
It wasn't horrible. It was beyond horrible. Yeah. So, by the way, I just want to say that during the movie, I will probably maybe drop out because I was supposed to watch it with a friend who is on a business trip, but he is on the phone with his wife right now. So,
not a problem.
Once he's free, I will drop out and call, and we will watch the movie together then with him.
Aw, how nice of you.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
nice old date.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started again. We are 14 seconds into the movie, paused at the Universal logo for anyone who's using your own copy. And I'm going to count down and hit play in the screening room for anyone who's in there. The movie will start, and it will start on YouTube. Again, YouTube is just screenshots. There's not going to be any audio on YouTube for copyright reasons. If you want audio and video, you need your own copy or come to the screening room.
That's why I'm in the screening room. I don't have to own these movies. You guys already own them. I love it.
Oh, I love this.
Project X is a dumpster fire. Perfect for Kuroga. Thank you. All right. At least
Kinda glad I
D.B.
missed it.
Myers says Project X was a good movie. Absolutely.
Wait, did you like it, Bird?
Of course I liked it. I wouldn't have played it if I didn't like it.
Oh,
Understand,
okay.
we were watching the 1987 one with Matthew Broderick, not the 2012 crap off dance contest movie.
I think you just confirmed something. You played Crystal Skull, so you must love Crystal Skull.
No, Crystal Skull was
exactly,
the one
yes.
movie I didn't want to play.
Okay.
Crystal Skull.
Yeah.
I got. What was that?
But you wouldn't have played it.
I wouldn't have played it if I.
You could have took the money and ran.
The two ways to play it is either I like it or I get bribed into playing it. And I don't even know if I'm going to accept bribes anymore for movies.
That's
it would have been funnier.
Take the money and run. Take the money and run.
It would have been funnier if you played Skull, right, and then you put some kind of like static interference like 1 minute in. You're about looks like we can't watch it. There's something wrong here. I don't know what's going on.
Or we would watch the episode from Stargate called The Crystal Skull.
There we go.
Josh shoots his bird of prey. We demand the great short movie Throw Joey from the Porch, starring Mamo Prey, Sassy, and Mrs. Anti-Tracker, and guest starring Joey, and guest starring as Joey, Bird of Prey 5.
That is complicated, but okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and count down the start of the movie. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
All right.
Sounds like bagpipes playing.
I like
trumpet. That's a trumpet, not a bagpipe.
Whatever. Imagine Entertainment presents Ron Howard
film. We love the blue that Ron Howard uses.
He's in a lot of stuff. Seven years to get to the moon.
That is pretty impressive, actually.
It is.
With 4%, was it 4 or 6% of GDP at the time?
You think 4%. They teach us that?
It was 4%, but yeah, that's the really sad part is right here. They literally were on fire and died. It was horrible. And then Apollo 11 in 69, Apollo 13 in 71.
People are already getting tired of going to the moon.
Was it 71? 70, no?
70, 71. It's amazing how fast it went, though.
Because Apollo 12 was somewhere in December of 69. They went like very quickly. Again.
I had to pause the screening room for a second until we catch up with the YouTube. There we go. Yeah, that's
Kevin Bacon is so smart.
Apollo 13 was April of 1970.
Okay.
Oh,
live at the Love Shack. Okay. Greetings, Birdo Prey 5, the Uncrashable. Greetings, live at the Love Shack.
Another Ryan Johnson. Let me know if anyone spots Tex with blue spots in the movie.
I like Immortal Techniques' idea. The Last Starfighter next week.
I like The Last Starfighter.
Were they really on the cover of Time?
There he is, Gary Sinise. Hello, Gary Sinise. Bill Paxton. Holy cow. Rip Bill Paxton, you know?
Yeah. I miss him. Not a whole lot of actors I miss.
That's the, you know, oh, why don't we put her in charge?
He was Armstrong's backup. I forgot about that.
Yeah, Jim Lovell. Oh, brilliant.
I like Bill Paxton in Big Love. Kind of missed that series.
Wave him off, wave him off.
We got a delivery, man.
I cannot imagine the excitement that people were feeling at home watching.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Even if we did it again, it wouldn't be the same, but it would still be something.
It would be, yeah, absolutely.
Besides in color and HD.
Well, they would be in color if they had a color TV. Well, John Street says, yes, Bird of Prey, the crew of Apollo 8 was on the cover of the Times. Live at the Love Shack says, Bird of Prey, to this date, the only captain of any vessel called Titanic had never sank or crashed based upon a technicality. Forza Jersey says, the moon landing is pretty darn cool. And Forza, just so you know, when you at my name, it's just Bird O Prey, not Bird of Prey 5. So it doesn't highlight when you put the F in of. But I saw it. Wow. Fundamental change in the human condition.
Man has walked on the moon. You cannot deny that. A man has walked on the moon.
Man has drank Tang on the moon.
I want to be that guy. I want to go to the moon. I want to go to the moon.
I want to be a guy who goes to the moon and opens a can of Coke and then just throws the can on the moon. Like, I don't even care. Whole new place to pollute.
Wow.
The can would probably explode, but
it's only a difference of one atmosphere. I don't know the chemistry.
Yeah, probably not.
No, I mostly look forward to the gravity, like 1/6 of my own weight. Oh, brilliant. I would do that in a heartbeat.
1/6, I might be able to even move around in 1/6. Certainly I'll be able to move around on the way to the moon.
Yeah, with no gravity at all. Absolutely.
And then my atrophied muscles really wouldn't hurt. They wouldn't be a hindrance. If anything, I'd be more well adjusted to space living.
I know, me
than
too.
The other
right?
astronauts.
Me too.
John Street says, Bird of Prey, if we go back to the moon, it will most likely be with a slogan from the movie Iron Sky.
I would not come back to Earth if they let me go into space. I would not come back to Earth.
Oh, I need to visit the Space Center in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I bet I could land on the top of that building.
You mean
the
you crashed
construction
on the top of that building?
vehicle assembly building. Yeah. How many acres did they say that roof was?
Good luck,
Like
Bird.
10 acres or something?
Good luck.
It's fine. You can crash on top of that building. I'm sure they won't mind. I mean, land on top of that building. Yeah, that's what I meant.
I think you had it right the first time.
Jim Lovell is annoyed by these people. I don't blame him one bit.
Crap. COVID numbers are way up in New York City today.
Are they really?
Yeah. We were getting about 200 new cases a day. Now we're up to 634.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, it's not really. I know it's a respiratory issue for a lot of people. And so for you and I, that would be really bad. But for most people, it's just get over it and move on.
Yeah, I understand. It's just that for so consistently, we were at 0.1%, which was 200
it's
and
rising
change.
everywhere. It's rising everywhere. We have as well.
This is our first cool week in a long time.
We have as well many cases right now. So
Boars versus vertebrae. It's funny how the moon landing conspiracy theory not see Apollo 13 as proof they faked it. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Adega, hail Adega.
Apollo 13. No, you can't wear that.
Can't wear that. They're only rushing things a little bit.
Well, they had to do it on the 13th, didn't they? Apollo 13 on the 13th, of course.
That makes
Only makes sense.
Makes sense, yes.
it's 1313.
Practice, practice, practice.
So that's how they faked it.
Yeah, with the black screen, not a blue screen. How dare you people? You get those green screens out of there. Use a black backdrop.
Down and away. Gray, is that good?
Can
Or
you
green? He said
imagine
green.
having done this with the computing power of your phone in your pocket?
Less, considerably less. Hell, my TI-85 calculator in college is closer to what they were using.
I haven't used a TA85 in like 25 years.
Yeah. It was really like the power of 3 TI-85 calculators is what they were using.
Yes, the phone in your pocket has more computing power than the entire NASA system in 6970.
Yeah, it's weird, but absolutely true. Play it again, Frankie.
Fly me to the moon.
Fly me
There it
to the
is.
moon. Let me play among the stars.
They should have had Frank Sinatra singing that live as they landed. That would have been classy. He would have done it too.
I believe Frank Sinatra really would have done it, yes.
So here's the deal, Frankie. We're going to fly you to the moon so you can sing. You,
That is
Dean
a
Martin, and
horrible nightmare.
Sammy Davis Jr. are going to be the first 3 people to the moon. Nightmare? You mean this didn't really happen? Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
Can you imagine being that guy? Can you imagine?
That makes me wonder who's going to be the first. Who's going to be the first person to die on the moon? The first grave.
Again, I would go there in a heartbeat, so maybe me.
Josh reads his bird of prey. Was this a dream, a foreshadowing of what was to come? Well, it didn't actually happen, so
since it was his wife who was having the dream, then no. Maybe a little bit of foreshadowing. For the most part, no, that didn't actually happen.
I think since we all knew what the movie was about, that when we went to see it or whatever, saw it for the first time, didn't really need foreshadowing.
Yeah, I think they wanted to put a good action scene in an otherwise actionless plot movie.
Hey, there's plenty of action when they actually get into space.
I'd be happy to be known as the first person to die on the moon.
Right. Well, there was a movie about that. What was that movie that showed a person dying on the moon? Or was that the asteroid? No, that was the moon, wasn't it?
Deep Impact?
No,
was it Deep
it was...
Impact? The guy went back. He went back to the moon to save everybody's life, and at the end of the movie, you saw him laying in a crater.
You mean Armageddon
the
with
Earth?
Bruce Willis, or because
No,
Bruce Willis,
it was
he died on an asteroid. Yeah, it was the 3 old astronauts, right?
It was another movie.
Jeremy Irons, was it Jeremy Irons or?
It's on Netflix.
Space Cowboy.
Space Cowboys.
Space Cowboys. Yes, that's what it was. Space Cowboys.
Space Cowboys. Good movie.
That was Josh Street who got that answer.
Way to go, Josh Street.
Oh, Tommy Lee Jones, Josh Street. Thank you.
I guess it would depend on how you die on the moon.
Did you know that all those astronauts actually drove Corvettes?
Sure, they're like pilots. They want to go fast.
That was the thing, though, that all of those astronauts in the late 60s, early 70s, they actually drove their Camaros all over the place. Now, I don't know if Jim Lovell never learned how to drive one.
Now, that's foreshadowing. That's foreshadowing right there. A car stalled out. Not going to the launch.
Dun, dun, dun.
What the hell's wrong with you, lady?
That would be my ex-wife, yes.
I'm going to the goddamn moon. Take the kids out of school.
Yes, but your husband is
I'm going to the goddamn moon. That big thing in the sky that every person has ever had eyesight has seen.
I don't like my ex-wife.
I think she...
The third time I went to Iraq, she wasn't there when I left either, so I get it. It's a real thing that people do, unfortunately.
All right, just finished up, ready for our watch party later.
What are you playing?
Married with Children, first 4 episodes.
Right. Yeah, the first 4 episodes.
Friday the 13th is a good day.
Friday the 13th mission. Nothing could possibly go wrong because 13 is a lucky number.
It is for me.
So much so that skyscrapers would take out the 13th floor. It would just go 12, 14.
That's not the skyscrapers. Those are the people who were putting the numbering it.
Yeah.
And that's extremely stupid.
What I meant.
There's nowhere to go. $400 freedom units.
Can't imagine topping that. Yes. That
was so massive.
That is actually how they do it too. I've seen
I believe it actually goes 1 mile per hour.
It is
Actually looks like it's moving faster than it should.
But it is so awesome.
Yeah.
I want one of those.
When they showed the movie to Jim Lovell, he was asking like where they got the shots of the rocket taking off the ramp because it looked so realistic and it was all CGI.
Really? He wasn't in a simulator? He was the backup? Didn't do any simulator time?
You would think that the backup would have to be in the simulator.
Should be getting all the same training right up until the day of.
Exactly. It's sad that Gary Sinise got a fever. What character did he play?
And get in the call. You're in.
You're in. Kevin Bacon's like, oh yeah, I'm in. Woo!
Oh, he's playing
Magic
Stephen
Carpet Ride.
Cochran's song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
Was this after or before or after First Contact?
Ride.
This is a
Magic
little bit
Carpet
before
Ride?
First Contact.
It was the Ride of the Phoenix. Yeah.
It depends if we're in the mirror universe or not.
Doesn't matter. Both situations.
I know. Yeah. Josh reaches Bird of Prey. Can we watch in October Shrek? Oh, can we watch in October Shriek if you know what I did last Friday the 13th on one of the Saturdays leading up to Halloween? I've never seen that movie nor heard of it.
No,
I assume it's a parody, parody of all the horror movies.
You don't know what we can find. Come along with me, little girl, on a magic carpet ride.
And the movies.
He gets to be in the control room, though, so it's all right. Not the same as going to the moon, obviously, but when you run a fever, NASA won't let you go into space.
One day, 50 or 60 years from now, everybody's going to be taking their temperature all the time. And then you're going to feel like a big idiot for not letting me come to the moon.
Two days to launch, and they're running simulations now with him. He's a good pilot, though. He's a good pilot. That's the whole reason that they picked him as second, is because he's a good pilot. So brilliant.
Or dead.
12 G's, not a good thing.
Live at the Love Shack says Bird of Prey will be pilot for the Artemis 13.
We want to see that, don't we? It's only a crash landing. We can live on the moon. It's fine.
These simulators, they're nothing like, I mean, if you're saying it's 8 Gs, but if you're not feeling 8 Gs, what is it really doing?
Simulating? My son is getting his VR simulator prepped. I may actually go play a game with him.
Be careful.
Yeah, I couldn't take. I could get used to it, but then getting unused to it.
Oh,
would
I
get me
know.
sick.
I know.
Yeah.
I only play VR with him once in a great long time, but it sounds like fun today. So after the movie, I might just play a VR game with him.
There's social distancing.
They're social distancing before it was cool.
Before it was cool.
Oh, look who came. Look who managed
to
find some time in her schedule.
What do you know?
She's just coming to tell him she's getting a divorce.
There's a reason she's an ex-wife.
I bet I can. Should have shaved a little.
Just wax the chest. Wax the chest. All right, that's a little bit more noise than I expected. Hold on, let me pause.
When I see Kevin Bacon, I need to watch Hollow Man.
Oh, she dropped. Oh no, the wedding ring. Oh, it's gone, lady.
And it's a real fact. It happened.
It is a real fact. Josh, we said they'd have a hard time putting that stuff on Bird of Prey with all the hair. They would. If I go to the hospital, they can't get a reading. They keep trying to stick it and stick it like idiot. It's not going to go through the hair. I don't understand. It's not difficult. Let me shave. No.
Vexing.
Ah. Wait, I got an itch on my nose. I got an itch on my nose. How? I don't understand how. No, I don't need more air. I have all the air I need in here. Is it just the three of them? No. Okay, there's somebody else. I was going to say, can't be just the three of them on the elevator.
Correct me if I'm not correct, but none of the Saturn V rockets ever exploded, right?
Nope. Not in a big kaboom, no. I mean, compared to the number of space shuttle launches, there were far fewer. But yeah, no. That's,
And even the space shuttles, I think only 2 got lost, right?
yeah, Challenger on takeoff and Columbia on landing. Though technically the damage to both happened at takeoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to get the blowtorch out for my hair. That's a little much.
Nobody's complaining about lack of diversity.
Just look at that. Yeah, wow. Let's look at that door locking mechanism.
It's a go. It's a go. It's a go. It's a go.
No go. Just kidding. It's a go. You idiot.
All right, no go. Where a go?
I'm not saying you're fired, but you're fired.
It's a go. Yay.
I'm just gonna drive it onto the beach.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Is it a problem with my computer or yours? Because we're lagging on the theater.
Really?
No,
Okay.
we're not. It's
Okay, it's working.
It's
Okay.
going smooth. And the theater will always catch up with you, even if you pause it or whatever.
Yeah. Abort! Abort!
Don't abort! Don't abort!
Just have to press the button. I didn't really want to be an astronaut. I just wanted to see how far I'd get.
That has got to be my internet lagging.
Bert, you need to build the Lego Saturn V.
Oh yeah, the Lego Saturn V. That's it. I should have been building it while watching.
That might have been too noisy.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it catches up with where you guys are at. It's just I've never had
That
this kind of
sucks.
lag before.
Wait, I forgot my sandwich.
We forgot the Colombian coffee. All the water they pump under there just so it freaking doesn't like evaporate the ground.
Not only that, but also it stops the sound waves.
Yeah.
Because they could tear apart the ship, the rocket. I mean.
It's a lot of water, eh?
Yeah, and a lot of ice.
And they're off.
Do you know, like sometimes people put like a penny on the train track and the train goes over it and flattens it?
Yeah.
I wonder if anyone at NASA ever put like a penny
just to see if it melts.
just to see what's left. I'm sure it's just vaporized.
Yeah, I don't think copper could hold up to that kind of launch.
Just imagine
over
over 300 feet.
Having purchased wheel sets for the railway, I do not appreciate people who put pennies on the railroad tracks anymore.
Does that really upset the train?
Not really. It's just the wheel set takes most of the time. The wheel set actually takes the penny, so you don't even get a flattened penny when you go back and look at it. The wheel set actually takes it. So when you have to do the machining of the wheel to bring it back down to true, the penny is an issue.
Gotcha. I mean, the times I've seen it done, I was shocked that the coins always remained on the track. They never got stuck in the wheel.
It depends on how much grease is actually on the track, how much sand is actually on the track. It is an issue if it is a clean track. If it's a greasy and sandy track, then you're fine. But again, the sand is usually used for inclement weather. The grease is used specifically to keep the wheel deterioration down. So shit, man, I just bought parts for the railway. What do I know?
Abort, you know you want to.
3 engines would be enough.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
It'll work.
As long as you know what you're doing, man. Don't worry about it.
I want the car.
Bubble helmets, by the way. They never used bubble helmets. I know they used it for this movie for being able to see the people's faces, but They never used bubble helmets.
You're ruining my dreams.
By the way, I'm watching right now on Netflix a TV show called Away. It's a good one. Hilary Swank as a lead role. It's about a mission to Mars. Good sci-fi.
What is it called, Joseph?
Away.
Away.
I saw the first episode. I'll get back to it at some point.
Okay.
It's a few tropes from the current Hollywood, but otherwise very, very well done. And the special effects are movie-like, really.
Where is my phone? There. Okay. Let me put that in there real quick.
Josh Street says, Bird of Prey, when do you crash the rocket, or when does it explode, since we all know what happens to rockets and planes you fly?
Oh.
Well, he's right, Bird. Josh Street is correct.
Actually, Bird is getting better in the flight simulator.
Bill Paxton, you should be used to 0G. Come on. You know you got to use the bag if you're going to do that.
By the way, the Lego model has all these parts.
Yeah, it's quite complete.
George Street says, Joseph, that's not bird flying. It's Cinnabon doing all the flying, but he's just saying it's him.
There's no proof of that.
Yeah, just how much are you paying, Cinnabon?
It's not a financial.
By the way, Cinnabon posted.
Not a financial arrangement.
Cinnabon posted like 4 hours on Twitter that Cinnabon Bunny is sick.
No, Cinnabon Bunny.
Awesome. My buddy is finally coming over to put my wheelchair ramp up for me. Holy cow. It's only been 6 months since he said he would do it, so it's pretty good.
Josh Reed says, you know, Bird of Prey, we haven't just put Bird of Prey in our comments all the time, Bird of Prey, to make you read everything, Bird of Prey, so hope you like that, Bird of Prey. And Carlos says, it's Kurokin round.
Josh Street is funny. I like that. Don't forget, Bird of Prey, that we're putting your comments in there, Bird of Prey. Pipes and cigarettes. That's my kind of place to work. Pipes and cigarettes. That's Ron Howard's brother. What's his name?
Clint Howard?
Clint Howard, yeah.
Yeah, I saw his name in the credits. That must have been him.
Welcome, Jedi Bill.
Welcome, Jedi.
Hey, Jedi Bill, what's up?
Greetings, Bill.
And the poop chute opens.
We're polluting space.
Hey, Bird, is there an auto leader so you can always give yourself leader without having to do it every single time?
No, I always just do it myself. If there is, I haven't found it.
Yeah, I've been looking.
Jedi Bill is asking how far into the movie are we? If you want to watch, you can go to the screening room, Jedi Bill. The address is
We are 46 minutes in.
Yep. It's Bird of Prey 5. Carlos says, what bad quality of video call that is. I think they should change the provider.
just please remove the comment. It should this address shouldn't be in the comments.
That well, I don't know.
Thanks.
Bird of 5 has never been taken down before, so
Now, if you're
Well,
going to
that's
link, use the birdofprey5.com
Yes.
/SR link. Thank you.
Yes.
You know, if you are an American on the space station, you still have to file your taxes. Isn't that a bit ridiculous?
that is a bit ridiculous, yes. But you're only supposed to be on the space station for like 6 months. So, half the year you're at home.
That's why accountants are so important.
Why do people still say tinfoil? It's aluminum foil, for crying out loud. I understand that people are like, oh, tinfoil. No, it's not tinfoil. It's aluminum foil.
Since when is it aluminium foil or aluminum?
Aluminum? Aluminium? For like 80 years, it's been aluminum foil.
Is it already 80s? Okay.
Tin is very expensive, and it actually degrades. Aluminum does not, which is why aluminum foil is so popular now, although people still call it tin foil for some reason.
Age of Aquarius.
Oh yeah, my video is seriously lagging on the screening room.
Just reboot your computer and come back.
Bah and humbug.
Okay.
It's about, I would say, 3 seconds behind for me on the screening room.
Oh, and here's where he stirs the tanks. And the show begins. Clint Howard smoking. Love it. And ka-freaking boom! Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That can't be good.
No, that is definitely not good. My goodness, you stir the oxygen tanks and what happens? My heart rate would skyrocket on that issue as well. So, yes.
Picked the wrong time to use the geologia machine. Carl, it must have been a frog in the tank. I did try to destroy the rock at Josh Street.
Picked the wrong time to stop sniffing glue.
Maybe it was aliens.
They're in league with Kuroga.
What's gimbal lock?
It really should be the gimbal lock. Okay, so you're turning in 3 different positions at the same time, and Jim Lovell is trying to get them back into one position on an axis toward the moon. So the problem with the oxygen tank exploding is it threw their trajectory off.
I get that, but they keep talking about this term gimbal lock. It's like the third time they said it.
Yeah.
If it was something specific.
Well, I keep thinking of the gyros. So you've got gyros all over the spaceship that are identifying what trajectory you're on. So I'm assuming that gimbal is something to do with the gyros all over the ship. You know, gyroscopes will tell you what position you're at, regardless of whether you're and there Houston is going back. They're like, oh, okay, it's our turn. Let's figure this out real quick.
Yeah, they're only leaking oxygen.
According to this, gimbal lock is the loss of 1 degree of freedom in a 3-dimensional 3-gimbal mechanism that occurs when the axes of 2 of the 3 gimbals are driven into a parallel configuration, locking the system into rotation in a degenerate 2-dimensional space.
Oh,
wow.
Okay. Wow.
It all makes sense.
Gimbal is actually... Yeah, it's like that machine. They put you in and they spin you, and it's like 3 circles. One of those circles is called a gimbal.
What are the other 2 called?
They're also gimbals.
So
That's very confusing.
Jim Lovell is trying to get out of the gimbal lock.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, so you've got 2 axes that he's rotating around, 3 axes that he's rotating around, and he's trying to get the gimbal to settle into 1 axis. Holy cow, that is so freaky. You know, you're on your way to your moon, right? And you don't have power. You're gonna lose power. Oh, that is so freaky. I don't know if I could live with that. That is scary as hell. Scary as hell.
No, scary as hell, knowing the only people that can get you out of it are thousands of miles away using computers that are not even stronger than today's calculator.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's the scary part.
You know, I love Clint Howard in the B movies that he does, but he's actually a very good actor. He is actually a very good actor. So it shocks me that he's not in more movies like this.
I just put a link into the public chat. It explains the gimbal lock.
Wait a second. Max Goldrich is in this? Or Groden? Frickin' Rom's in this.
Rom?
Yeah, Rom's in this movie.
Where is he?
I don't know.
Did I hear you right? You want me to shut down 2 fuel cells? Are you serious? Did I hear you right?
Probably one of the engineers who have to put the square peg in the round hole. Carlos, it sounds like someone is brushing their teeth. Mamo Prey is doing some work in the back. It could be the noise.
Fido Gold.
It's not brushing the
Gold
teeth.
is.
And yes, they shut down the fuel cells.
And maybe if you had done it a minute earlier, you'd have more oxygen. So you don't have to, you know.
All right, look for the guy. He has sideburns. He has He
No,
has
that's
pretty big sideburns, wearing a headset. That's Rom. He's one of the mission control people.
Clint Howard.
Huh?
He's Clint Howard, the actor.
Yeah,
That's
Clint
him.
Howard. Yeah.
That's not Rom.
No, Rom's in this movie. It says right here. Played a mission controlled operator.
Welcome, Eastland Burkholder.
Max Grodenchik is actually.
I'll show the picture.
It's nothing. I can't.
Just give me a second.
I can't display it
I can.
unless you can put it as your video.
Yes,
Okay.
of course.
You can show it through a virtual camera.
This is him right here. This is the shot we're looking for. Here's Rom.
Yep.
Okay.
I didn't know that. That's awesome. Wonder if he says anything.
Oh, I'm sure he's got some lines.
Looking up his IMDb page, he was in Star Trek Insurrection, but his scene got deleted.
As Rom?
No,
well,
not as
Quark
Rom.
was going to be in Insurrection and got deleted.
Carlos says, "I bet 50 pounds they make it home and not crash on the moon." Of course, it's an American hero movie, so they are not going to crash on the moon.
I just don't know if Quark scene was deleted before it was filmed or not, because I've never seen any video of it. Welcome back, Mountains of Elysium. Bird of Prey, he was Flight, says Josh Street.
He was going to play a Trill ensign in Insurrection, but his scene got deleted.
Carlos says, I bet 50 pounds sterling they make it home and not crash on the moon. Richie Pools is Bird of Prey is backseat driving the Apollo 13 disaster. Slide rule.
I do enjoy most of the scenes in this movie were done in an airplane.
They
You saw
filmed in the airplane for the 0G.
For the 0G scenes, yeah. It's the only way you can cancel out gravity on Earth.
Or in the orbit.
No.
Right away through free fall.
Apollo 13 special report.
How could you have dialed so quickly?
What do you mean? What does electrical failure mean? Seriously, come on. You know what electrical failure means.
Means you should have sent some batteries.
Oh, she's upset.
Well, no, that's
know
the
that they are
effect. She
running
wants to know the
out of batteries.
cause.
Josh Street says the flight dynamics officer was wrong. And Carl says, John DeMarco, thanks for the confidence in Kuroga being able to reach the moon. Hail Kuroga. It's one of them.
We don't know what happened. Oh, they are seriously, yeah, working hard as hell to get that module on a line. Holy cow, that is scary.
Looks like me flying Microsoft Flight Simulator. Richie Poole says, too bad Bird of Prey wasn't there in 1970 to make sure the mission went smoothly.
Well, there's your problem, Bird of Prey. You were born too late. You could have been there.
Who the hell is Jeffrey? Oh. John Street says, Lowell, Bird of Prey, they did a better job than you're flying Bird of Prey in Bird of Prey 5 Crash Simulator 2020. They're not turning around, lady. They can't.
Eastland Burkholder, I've been on that ride and I do like it. I like the zero G feeling. I do. For me, falling is fun.
I'd like to try skydiving one time.
Once. Why would you jump out of a perfectly good airplane?
Just for the experience of it? The thrill of it?
I joke. It is an absolute adrenaline jump. It is so much fun.
John Street says, Richie, how do we know Bird of Prey didn't go back in time and crash into Apollo 13, and that is why the tanks blew?
Well, there you go, Bird of Prey. It's your fault that Apollo 13 failed.
It all makes sense now. Bird, how could you do that?
Set up those oxygen tanks to explode. How dare you? You're a horrible person, Bird of Prey.
You should be ashamed of yourself, Bird.
I'm just reading here, folks. A guy got 12.5 years jail time for 8 grams of marijuana and half gram of hashish.
Where was that?
Here in Slovakia.
Richie Poole, how am I to blame for the disaster?
No, we can't turn him around.
Wow. I just have to. That's Rom. That had to be Rom.
That is Rom.
Yeah. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you.
Josh Street, if you think I can control Bird of Prey 5, you got another thing coming.
Well,
you could do it. You could do it. Oh God, this movie makes me want to smoke more. Son of a bitch. There's a lot of smoking in this movie. For you non-smokers, don't ever start.
Josh Street, I never gave him a key.
Is he really thinking you can get anybody to sleep?
Back in the day, in 2003, when we invaded Iraq, I had to stay awake for 4 days straight. It was tolerable, right? But I had to take a 2-hour nap before I could finish building the fuel system. So,
Jedi Bill, I do see that.
I just don't ever want to do that again.
Carlos's Bird of Prey, did Apollo 13 fail, or was it a great testament to American engineering and getting people more interested in the missions and discouraging the Russians? Now, I think it wasn't a total failure, but I would say it was certainly it
was
wasn't
definitely
intentional.
a failure. No, it was definitely a failure.
Everybody got home okay.
They did. They got home safe, so it's all right. But yeah, the mission itself was a total failure. The fact that they got those men home safe was brilliant, but it was a failure as far as the mission is concerned.
It's like the same as New Coke.
Yeah, New Coke.
Well, not exactly, but
well, it's true. Coca-Cola went on to become better than ever, whereas pretty much sealed the deal on future moon missions.
They're on the dark side of the moon.
On the far side.
Far side.
Actually, I think it is the dark side. Did they go to the far side yet?
Yeah, they're out of radio range right now.
Okay, then yeah, far side. That's a lot of energy to use for a light you don't need. No, don't cry. You weren't even going to go see him leave. You hate your husband. You just want him to leave. You don't want him to get back. Don't lie.
Don't be a jerk, Bird of Prey. Come on, don't be a jerk.
Jedi Bill's asking the Vomit Comet AKC 135 plane.
I assume.
Oh, the one that goes into parabolic arcs. Yeah, I want to do that one as well. I really do want to do the Vomit Comet. I really do. That would be so much fun. Oh, poor guy never gets to figure out that he can't land on the moon.
Oh, in his dream.
I'd live on the moon if they put a base up there. Absolutely, I'd live on the moon.
Probably rip his spacesuit.
No, the dust on the moon is not that sharp, I hope.
It is actually very sharp.
Eek. Okay. Yeah, you wouldn't want to run your fingers through it then.
It's very fine and very sharp.
They are back.
Can you imagine Jim Lovell being there, like been there, done that?
How do you cope with the idea that you might die, right? You have hope that you're going to live. And of course they did. Naturally, they actually landed safely on Earth. But
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers. How do you cope
I think
with
we
the
already know
thought?
that.
How do you cope with the thought that you might die in space?
No,
Right.
I mean, any day you cope with the thought you might die here on Earth. What's the difference?
Fair enough. Yeah.
There were like one or two situations when I really thought like I could die actually, and it wasn't pleasant on both occasions.
Carlos says, I wouldn't mind dying on the way to the moon just for the chance and experience of a lifetime, or even Mars or just space.
Well, fair enough. Yeah, I would go into space in a heartbeat. Don't ever get me wrong on that. Even if something went wrong on my mission into space, I would still go.
12 amps.
Oof, good Lord, 12 amps. That's like nothing. Wow, that is, you're going to freeze, you're going to bake, you're going to live in hell basically for 48 hours. Can you imagine? $12 amps. Wow. We're not going to lose one on my watch. Just get
Josh
people
Street
out
says,
of
if
bed.
Bird of Prey lived on the moon, he could live his dream of playing the perfect golf game. Trust me, Josh Street, I have a lot of dreams. The golf game is not one of them.
I played golf once.
Thomas says Bird of Prey's movie is fake. The aliens saved them. And should alien theorists say yes?
Asgards came by and took them back to Earth. Hello, Stargate SG-1.
Richie Poole asked Mr. CCDV, why were you awake so long during the Gulf War?
Oh, that's we had to do the convoy initially. It's a 4-day convoy to our initial Objective RAM is what we called it, but we set up a million-gallon fuel system there. So after the 4-day convoy, we had to build the system. I was exhausted. I had to take a 2-hour nap. Kind of embarrassing, but whatever.
Carlos's Bird of Prey. Didn't they not have any insurance for the mission because no company was willing to pay out?
Yeah.
What
That's a fact.
insurance?
No,
life insurance?
life insurance. Nobody wanted to close a life insurance for the astronauts.
They were military. They got their life insurance from.
I was going to say that would be government.
Yeah, that's
They got their life insurance.
What they actually did, the astronauts, they were signing autograph cards, and basically by selling those, they were ensuring some income if something should happen to them for their families.
There you go. Shut everything down and put Sir Isaac Newton in the driver's seat.
Mountains of Elysium says Bird of Prey. Supposedly, if you listen to the actual radio files of the Apollo 13 mission, you would think there was no crisis. They remained extremely calm.
Wouldn't make for an exciting movie, though.
Yeah. It would not make for an exciting movie, but yes, the astronauts had to stay calm.
Yeah.
And they were trained for mission failure. They were trained for everything that they're doing now. So, yes, they were.
And you can find actually those recordings on YouTube even.
They were amazing men, is what they were. They were not hysterical. They were not crazy. They knew.
This is the best scene in the whole movie.
Yeah. Square peg in a round hole. Yeah. And you know what's amazing about the NASA engineers? They did it. They actually did it.
Continuum track is panicking. Carl, did you have to panic? They would have used more oxygen, which they couldn't afford to use.
They dramatized the situation with the lack of oxygen in this movie a little bit. They had more oxygen than it was shown in this movie, actually.
Well, they still had to make the CO2 scrubber.
But of course, they had to. But they did it.
Yes, they had plenty of oxygen. It was the CO2 that was building up in the capsule that they had to get rid of. That's why they had to create the CO2 scrubber.
Right.
He'll be home on Friday. That's a woman with faith right there. They are freezing.
What I was surprised, I didn't know that they had already like small tape recorders in the like in 1970.
Well, he did say he was bringing all of his Johnny Cash and Hank.
Yeah, but I mean, like really like small Walkmans, basically Walkman devices.
You know, I don't remember seeing a Walkman until I was in the 80s, right?
Yeah, I think the Walkman
Yeah, me
was
too.
invented in the late 70s.
But
So I don't know what they were using.
Doesn't mean that he didn't have it. It's just I never heard of it.
NASA is responsible for huge leaps of
technology
in the area of technology, and basically in shrinking lots of stuff and making everything smaller and lighter and portable. Exactly because of the weight problems.
And we're still doing that today. I mean, you've got computer equipment that is 10 times lighter than it was when I bought my first computer.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not the Men in Black?
Men in Black. Yeah, they're the ones who are doing it to us. The Men in Black.
Okay. By the way, another movie that can be.
Oh yes, definitely.
The question is if Bird is still with us.
He's crashing his plane.
Carlos says NASA did a lot of miniaturization and a lot of technology. Yes.
I mean, you saw the scene where the guy was pulling the reel off the shelf. That's reel-to-reel computering that they were doing. So the mini tape recorder, okay, it did exist in the 70s, I think, just not in the way that we think of it now.
Honestly, I'm surprised he wasn't using an 8-track player. When did
reel-to-reel
take over?
Yeah, reel-to-reel has been around for years and years. So miniaturizing the reel-to-reel to make it a cassette tape makes sense. I just don't know if that was actually available in the 70s.
Well, obviously, it was here, so for the astronauts, but I didn't only know that it was available only already in the late 60s or early 70s.
The rest of us, I know I didn't get my first cassette tape Walkman until the 80s. So again, that's personal experience. Doesn't mean that they didn't exist before that.
Yes, Sony released the first commercial one, I think either 1979 or 1980.
God, I feel old.
Saying that you were a commie. That's what I'm saying. It's your fault. You can't handle the truth.
We already established you caused it, Bird.
I didn't cause it.
Bird caused it, yeah.
Eastlin says it existed, but it was very pricey. Tapes and recording and playback technology was not the problem.
It's not Swaggert's fault. He stirred the tanks when he was told to stir the tanks. They exploded. Yeah. It's not his fault.
But he didn't check the pressure. Happen.
Yeah, the CO2 level, right? That's what is the issue that they're trying to deal with. So they did have plenty of oxygen, but the CO2 level was rising, and that is poisonous. That's why they had to make the CO2 scrubber out of junk.
And Eastlin says, Doctor Who explained it, aliens.
Yes, the aliens did it. They were like, you can't go to the moon right now. Blow up your air tanks. Bah. Damned aliens. I mean, spoilers. because they haven't actually made the CO2 scrubber yet.
Said it was rising.
Do people actually understand the difference? You know, there's breathable air, and then there's CO2 poisoning, right? How do you tell people the difference between that, right? So I can breathe right now, but then there's CO2 poisoning, where in an enclosed space, the CO2 levels rise. So regardless of how much oxygen you have, if the CO2 gets too high, you die.
Yeah, it's bull crap. I mean, I know it's true. It shouldn't be.
Well, fair enough. I mean, I've never used a rebreather while diving, so maybe CO2 poisoning is something different. But from what I understand, the CO2 poisoning is what is killing them right now, and that's why they're making this scrubber.
Josh Street, no, I did not let Richie Poole use the time machine, and Berto Prey did not take it from Richie.
I think it is because the CO2 better bonds with the red blood cells.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the issue with, I mean, you're talking about poisoning your blood cells with the CO2.
What about the stink from that sock?
I'd live with the stink from the sock, yes. It would be fine by me.
Eastland Burkholder says, study lung function if curious. Yosef is correct.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations, Yosef.
It's like literally digging in my memories what I read some time ago about it. Yeah.
Carlos is bird of prey. They should make a small hole to get the CO2 out. If they have enough oxygen to replace it. Simple solution. It doesn't work like that.
Hole, that's fine.
Question of Trek, you're correct. Berto Prey does have his own time machine. That's how he can cheat so often.
There it is. The CO2 light went out. The filter is working.
I have a feeling it's a lot faster than it's supposed to work.
Undoubtedly, yes. In the movie, it went a whole hell of a lot faster than it would have in real life. But remember, they're going to be home on Friday, so it's fine. They've only been gone a week.
Josh reaches vertebrae. But Jeff Franklin, then how can you explain the broken part of the Galaxy X on your time machine. We all know Bird of Prey broke his Galaxy X.
Type 40 TARDISes don't have Galaxy X, whatever that is. So he can't have broken.
Robert Rose Jr. says, hello today, Bird of Prey, Mamo Prey, and Sassy. Apollo 13 movie is pretty good sci-fi movie, since I don't believe we've ever had any manned missions to the moon. Wow, Robert.
Oh, no. Come on now. That was real. It's
I'm
real.
pretty sure we've been to the moon.
Been to the moon and back several times. It's fine if you think that they made the movie in Nevada or whatever. Whatever. That's your choice. You can choose to believe that. I choose to believe that we actually went to the moon several times and came back safely. And that's my choice.
Maybe you shouldn't have told her until he was already home.
Right?
You're just going to make this poor lady feel bad for no reason.
I introduced my niece to my dad in 2000, and he was like, huh? Oh, don't ever live in a nursing home if you don't have to. Now that is a proud mother. My Jimmy can land it. My Jimmy can land it. Brilliant.
Thomas Potts says, Bird of Prey, if we never went to the moon, then why didn't the Soviets call us liars?
Well, obviously, Thomas, because then the Soviets would have had to go to the moon, and they didn't want to go either because of reasons.
Thomas, the answer is quantum.
Quantum. You put quantum in front of everything just so it sounds sciencey, don't you?
It's something like that.
Right. Yeah. I would sleep too. Absolutely. I love it. Don't know if that actually happened or not, but if it did, that was funny. Jim Lovell's like, just take this medical shit off. Ah!
Mm-hmm.
Now Swaggart and Hayes are doing the same thing. They're like, bah, medical. Wah. I'll tell you what you can do with your flight surgeon. Wah.
I guess you can go home. There's no point for you to be here anymore.
My Jimmy can fly it. My Jimmy can fly it. That's all you got to remember. Mom says that she can.
There's Rom.
Yep, there was Rom.
Mom says Jimmy can land it. Jimmy can land it. Stop freaking out, all you Houston fellers. That is one hard hot dog.
They got hard sausages, yeah.
One fixed point in space. That's all they need.
That doesn't seem right.
Doing a blind burn. Nothing wrong with a blind burn. They're close enough to the Earth that the radio lag is not that bad.
Yeah, just fraction of a second. Mountains of Elysium says, Bird of Prey, if the Ahim Razis, very naughty German political party of the 1930s and 40s, could build a secret base on the moon in the 1930s, the USA surely made it to the moon in the 1960s.
That was a terrible movie. That was horrible.
Which one? The Iron Sky? I love that movie.
Iron Sky was a horrible movie.
It wasn't.
Manual burn. Holy cow. That is scary. That is some scary stuff right there.
So much for keeping the Earth in the center.
Wait for it. Quick, bring the Earth back into scene. I can't see the Earth. Bring it back.
They're lost in space.
It's a good thing they didn't hit a wormhole while they were doing this.
How does it LDG say all the time? Danger, Will Wheaton, danger.
Thomas is Bird of Prey. If you watch Iron Sky 2, then you will know how they went to the moon. I'm guessing there's some wormhole on Antarctica that gets them to the moon.
No, there's a Stargate in Antarctica.
Yes, there's a Stargate in Antarctica. Yes. And it has a dial home device as well.
Yes.
Why they didn't start using that in Stargate Command, I don't understand. But, whatever.
I think they just preferred to have control over the Stargate through the computer system.
They like their computers.
Yeah. Thomas says, no, the world aliens were world leaders were aliens. Like in Enterprise season 4. So we're going to look for algae from the moon. I'm not asleep. I was listening to the movie. Uh-oh. Who's been eating beans? Nah, a little bit.
Nah, your entry angle is fine.
Before re-entry.
We'll get back to you.
Anytime now. It's fine.
We told you to sleep. Josh it's Sure Bird of Prey and Richie Poole is King of Karoga. No, that is not true. What can we not use? Reverse the polarity.
Yes,
That's a Doctor
reverse
Who
the
reference.
polarity. Reverse the polarity. That's how you get out of all science fiction problems.
Just use the Sonic.
I'm reversing the polarity, and you're reversing the polarity. That means that we're reversing it at the same time. It's the same
We're
polarity.
confusing the polarity.
Richie Poole says Sisso Prey is the true ruler of Karoga. She lets Bird of Prey think he's in charge. That might be true. Josh Reed says, so Richie Poole is not King of Karoga. So then it's true you were asleep. Question of Tracks is Karoga is a wonderful place, and I'm not being held gunpoint, as I say.
Nice
Yeah,
one,
sure you're not.
Track. Nice one. I like that. Karoga is a wonderful place if you're not an orphan.
I'm not even sure of that.
97 to 2007, so it's been 10 years. That's one book every year.
Yeah, my computer's running.
Yeah, my computer's been on for a while. I need to turn it off and vacuum it out, get all the dog hair out of it. But other than that, yeah.
Should clean mine too.
They're still talking about amperes? Holy cow.
But because there's a serial killer, that's what they're about, cold case file about mysteries, and there's a serial killer who dresses like a woman to lure women into a false sense of security, get them alone, and he kills them, right?
This is the procedure. Just follow it step by step. You'll be fine. They'll re-enter just like they're supposed to.
And then, like, you've never read the gay character, it's like Dumbledore's name. Just throwing that out there. Everybody knows it. Right?
And the flight surgeon goes,
Why is that guy even there? What's he monitoring? Nothing?
Nothing now. Flight surgeon is pretty much useless in this movie.
Oh, USPS on shit. Oh, yeah. So you only love three. They promised me we would get one the day of release, and then I have to wait 3 fucking days to get it.
Because they're closed. Yeah, they're not open on Sunday.
So how's it delivered?
Well, the post office is open.
Wow, it is seriously dragging on my side.
Yeah, I'm about 6 seconds behind now.
Really?
Behind the YouTube?
No, it's on the SciTube.
Now, the screening room is about 6 seconds behind YouTube for me.
I'm perfectly aligned.
A lot of condensation on the panel. Is that where we're at?
If you refresh YouTube, that might. I don't know what that would do.
No, it's the side tube that's doing the thing with the dragging. So no
Do you
worries.
see, Bert, how many people are on SiteTube? Because it can have probably the impact.
Well, each connection is individual. It says 7 connected users to SciTube.
Oh, they don't have enough weight. That's why the issue is coming up. Oh, holy cow. That's a scary thought. They don't have enough weight in order to hit their entry angle. Holy cow.
Let's eat everything we have left. Oh, it doesn't
that
work like that.
won't work.
So they move everything out to the other module so that they have the weight in the back end so they can enter at the proper. Holy cow, man. This movie is awesome.
You got a
Space flight
donation.
is.
Saddam Hussein donated $1. Karoga is a beautiful place. I loved living here for years. Hail, my friend Berto Pray. Hail, Karoga.
Saddam is fine. Okay.
Thank you, Saddam Hussein.
He's the reason I lived in Iraq for 3 years, but that's fine.
I'm waiting for your buddy Joe to give you a donation, Bird.
Yeah, I don't know. Joe Biden must be busy today.
He's probably hiding in his bunker.
Says, "Lol, Berto Pray 5. It's funny after finding out Ram is in the movie that you see Ram in the background in almost every control room scene."
Push the button. Push the button.
Push the button, Frank. I guess no one got that reference.
Was that a Harvey reference?
Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Oh. No.
Push the button, Frank.
Nope.
A typhoon warning.
Math is real, and this has never been done before, and we get exactly 1 try to get it right, says Eastlin. Yeah. When you realize that the Saturn V rocket was 300 feet tall, and the only thing that actually returns from the whole rocket is the one landing module. Okay, plus stage 1.
Why does Richie Poole not like Mystery Science Theater 3000?
I
don't know.
Awesome show.
I love those guys.
Hysterical.
Arabic, I'll try to point out Ram if I see him again. He's got heavy sideburns. And Josh reaches now Bird of Prey with the command module being fully armed and powered. Karoga will burn.
Karoga will burn. I find it highly unlikely that Karoga will burn. It's fine. They're gonna hit their re-entry point. You know that. Spoilers. They live.
Oh, maybe it'll happen different this time.
Josh Street is now Birdo Prey with the command module being fully armed and powered. Kuroko will burn. Did I read that already?
Yes.
Yes,
You did.
yes, you did.
Yeah, so this it sounded very familiar.
Wow,
Yeah,
Bird.
Kuroko will
Wow.
not burn.
Memory going there, Bird.
Who's this
Theater
bird you're speaking
6000.
about?
Kurogan Science Theater 6000. That's awesome. Kurogan Science Theater 6000.
Wow.
Carlos says Bird of Prey 5. It's too bad that they repurposed the Saturn V construction infrastructure instead of keeping them maintained. Now you have to rebuild everything to get back to the moon. Well, we weren't going to rebuild the Saturn V as it was. It is way too expensive.
And too old. Basically, the whole design is.
Yeah, they still have the Saturn V in Alabama. Is that where it's at? The Space Museum. Shit.
Question: how many were built? I think I know that 18 became the space station. So something like 90 and 20 should be in museums.
Carlos says, "Wow, sorry for the bad spellings again." It's okay, Carlo. I'm able to guess the meanings.
Captain Trek says that smell is each of Bird's brain cells being fried.
Wow. Mountains of Elysium says, this is the year AB 41 in Kuroga, and it will be 42 in his birthday. Remember the God Emperor Birdo Prey 5 has his birthday. Yes, next 2 months, November 13th.
November.
You never did use my God Emperor of Dune avatar when I gave it to you.
Did you say November 13th?
November 13th, a month after.
Birdvember.
I like it.
Well, Bird, your birthday is on a Friday this year.
Friday the 13th. Nice.
Way to go, Bird. You're going to be 42, right? So that's...
Mm-hmm.
You're always right for an entire year. Because the
had a few birthdays on Friday the 13th.
Everything is 42.
Definitely, I know that one of the Saturn V is in Florida. And here Richie says Johnson Space Center has a Saturn V laid out in stages in a warehouse. The shuttlecraft Galileo is there too. Wow.
I want to say Alabama. I really do, because I think I was in Alabama for some kind of class.
Yeah, John DeMarco says I think they have a Saturn V at Cape Canaveral in Florida. Yeah, they have. A friend of mine was there last 2 years ago, and he took some pictures for me and brought me a T-shirt from NASA.
One of the nice things about having been in the military is you go everywhere And if your memory sucks like mine, you don't remember everywhere you've been. I gotta duck out, guys. I gotta make sure. I need to supervise the building of my ramp. So
Take care.
Take care,
Okay.
Mrs. CCTV.
I will
Good
see you
talking to you,
guys
Mr.
later.
CCTV.
Thanks again
Qapla.
for having me. I
You're
will see you
welcome.
guys later.
Take care. Sure it is.
We believe you. Really.
Aim for the middle of that typhoon. Dun, dun. Mhm. This is where they all burn up.
Mountains of Elysium says, look, proof. The earth is round. Hollywood has finally ended the debate. It's raining.
Is it raining men by you, Jeff?
It's raining inside the capsule.
I wonder if they'll make it.
We'll find out soon enough. Captain Trek says, Bird wants it to be raining men? Wow.
I didn't say I wanted to be raining men. I asked if that's what you meant.
No, it was raining inside the capsule. Didn't you see the water?
I'm not sure if I said it on microphone. It was the condensation.
I didn't hear it.
No, we didn't hear it, Joseph.
I was muted, yeah.
Mountains of Elysium is Bird of Prey. You will be joining the ambassador and myself. We both turned 42 recently, I think. Ant and Ricky also. Very cool. Carlos says, do any of the satellites orbit far enough out to take a photo of Earth in one frame?
Yes. There is a Japanese weather satellite, and it's basically taking pictures of Earth every day, multiple times. I think every 20 minutes, even, or something. You can find it online. It is in such a distance that it can take the pictures from the whole planet. And it's not NASA, so it's not fake. Yay. It's really a Japanese one.
The Japanese are in on it too.
Ah.
Yay!
They seem to be happy.
They seem to be.
Nah, they're not happy.
Is Rom happy? I think so. Nobody crashed, not Ryan Johnson.
Not Ryan Johnson. No, we did determine that Birdo Prey 5 caused the accident here. He went back in time and crashed into Apollo 13.
By the way, Jim Lovell is going to be on the scene on the ship as a cameo.
So, just a reminder. Just a reminder, an hour and a half from now, about at 6 p.m. Eastern, I will be on A Question of Trek channel. And I just put the link in the chat. I'll be on A Question of Trek's channel doing some Star Trek trivia quiz. Doing some Star Trek trivia. Last week, even though I wasn't a player, I did quite well, just keeping score on my own. So I am expecting to trounce the competition.
And who is your competition?
I'm not sure. Are you part of the competition, Jeff?
No, but I thought I saw on Twitter.
Somebody told me. I forgot.
Lore Reloaded is your competition.
No way. Lore is going to be my competition?
That's what I understand.
I had no idea. I honestly don't know who the competition is going to be, but whoever it is, I'm going to I was going to say spank them, but I don't want you to picture that. I'm going to school them, whoever it is.
Well, I use the term clean his clock.
And I'm going to clean their chronometers, as a certain Rene Auberjonois said in a certain director's cut of a certain Star Trek movie when referring to a certain empire. Aw. Aw.
The end.
The end. That was quite the movie. Made me miss Bill Paxton. Thomas is really okay, Mr. Blue Spots. Well, as long as the question is what color are Trill's spots?
Well, you know the answer now.
We'll be okay. Richie Pools is Bird of Prey. He's already used his time machine to get all the answers to the quiz. He will miss a few to make it look legitimate. JD says if it's lore reloaded, it'll be one epic game. Mountains believes it's okay. I'm not going to get the image of Bird of Prey spanking lore reloaded out of my head anytime soon. It's horrific. Vile Mike just showed up. Howdy, folks. Howdy, Vile. As you can see, the credits are going across the screen. Josh Street says, one more time, Bird of Prey, so replay it. No, we're not going to replay. We're not. Hey, I only have about 90 minutes before I got to be on another stream. So, you know. Vile can rewind the stream and rewatch. I'm going to be on tonight's episode of A Question of Track, Vile. So go to A Question of Track's channel, subscribe, and hit the reminder for tonight's stream. So I'll be on. Richie Fool says, let's watch Crystal Skull. No, we're not. We're not watching Crystal Skull.
That's next week.
Jeff Franklin says, A Question of Track, episode 7. Join us once again for a fun-filled episode. Joining our captains are the benevolent ruler of Karoga, Bird of Prey, and everyone's favorite lore master, Lore Reloaded. And Jeff says, set your reminder, like and subscribe, live long and prosper. Raised with part-time middle ring.
Raised hand with part between middle and ring fingers.
Raised
hand with part between middle and ring fingers.
Will live long and prosper. Easlin says, thanks, Bird of Prey. Oh, you're welcome. Vile says, howdy. Not Ryan Johnson says, hail the new Karoga. Bird of Prey has been overthrown. Jeff Franklin and Josh Street now run everything. Hooray. No.
Yep, that's right. We're running everything. Crystal Skull every week.
Oh, no.
Vile finished episode 5 review of Lower Decks. It'll be up soon. You're only got 2 episodes behind then. Vile will stop by to watch Lauren Bird duke it out. Oh. I'm not 100% sure it's Lore, but it could be. I did not see Lore as the name I saw on Twitter. I would have remembered that.
Oh, I just retweeted it.
Oh, so it's out. Okay. Cool. That's going to be exciting. Vile says, yeah, way behind. Work sucks. It happens. It happens. Oh, Trek Pride. Yeah, that's who I thought it was. Question of Track says, Lord took his place. Trek. God damn it, I can't pronounce it. Trek Pertese, is that it? Trek Pertese ducked out. Well, just
Trick or prize.
by reputation
prize.
alone, I should have won by default. Viles, it did not help that Caddy abandoned me for that episode. Poor Vile. Carlos, you should have just taken all outtakes from previous episodes and patched them together like she was there. No one would have noticed. Actress says, shucks, I missed the stream and will leave a like at least. Thank you, Actor. Be sure to check me out on a question to track in a little bit. Lol, your reputation is secure. Thank you, question to track. And guys, if you're not subscribed, please go over. Question to Track is still a relatively new channel. So if you haven't subscribed, you need to.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I still insist that the episode number 4 was the best of the quiz.
Yeah. Okay, Yosef. Sure.
Didn't you have a date to go on?
He didn't come back to me, so he's probably still on the phone with his wife.
Okay.
I don't envy him.
No denial there. Okay, you heard it here, folks.
Question Track says, bless you. I didn't sneeze.
Vile Mike, it's somewhat different. Yes.
Yeah,
so it's similar to Jep Nerdy.
Except they're all Star Trek questions. And it's a very different format.
Actually, I quite enjoy it.
I do too. Not Ryan Johnson says, so we're all going to watch Bird of Prey lose or watch him cheat to win. I'm not cheating.
They know
I wouldn't mind going up against Bird in some Trek trivia.
Oh, maybe you'll have to defend my title. I don't know. I don't know how it works.
You don't have a title yet.
I will. It's only a matter of time, Jeff. Richie Pools says, Vile, you have some competition, it seems. JD says, anyone down for Jackbox tonight? LDG, you're streaming Married with Children at some point, right?
Yep.
When's that?
On Pixelate. I would say maybe sometime after 6 o'clock, shortly around there. Mr. Londell is going to be the co-host. We'll have a no ma'am group going on, but it'll be a waiting room. So if anybody else is streaming, that's fine. But we'll be doing some the first 4 episodes of Married with Children tonight, and I'm trying to plan it every Saturday night until we get through the entire all the series. Plus, I have the reunion. We'll watch that at the end as well.
Very interesting. Okay, cool.
What time is Question of Trek going on?
6 o'clock. Of course.
6 and okay. I'll most likely do it right after him. Then.
Yeah, 6
How long does it usually go for? Forgive me not knowing.
1 hour.
Hour and a half.
An hour.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, so yeah, I'll push it to 7 then. Yeah, sure, absolutely. Because I want to watch that. I want to watch Bird.
Vile says, well, considering Bird's track record on Jeopardy, Geo Nerdy, even with track questions, he put his money on lore. You had bad Trek questions. All I know is that I was 8 for 8 on the first 8 questions last week. Captain Trek says, lol, please let Bird of Prey take down LDG and prove him wrong. Wow. Yeah,
the question
LDG knows his Trek.
I do know my Trek.
He would be harder than lore, to be completely honest.
Wow.
I like, don't get me wrong, I like lore, but every video he puts out, there's a mistake. And I usually point it out to him in the comments.
I actually have a tear. Thank you, Bert. Appreciate it. That means a lot.
Right. Granted,
by the way, a question of Trek. I have a question.
Two.
do you have all your captains ready today? Because last week you were one captain short.
Right. So yeah. So it's going to be a team. I'm going to be teamed up with somebody against Lore and somebody else.
Yep.
Or
yeah, there are two captains, Starfleet Boy and Trek Cat.
Oh, so they're consistent.
They are consistent. They are the two captains of the team, and there are always two candidates every week.
Gotcha.
And basically everybody who answers a question at the end of the quiz on Twitter to Question of Trek can become the next guest and the next player in something like a 2 weeks period. Yeah, it's an interesting format and it's lots of fun. And the guys, if you are there, just one thing, please no answers in the chat, so that there is no cheating. Do not help Bert. I mean Lore.
Wow. What did Gary Mitchell write on Kirk's tombstone? Is that a real question?
That's a simple one.
What is that? The one where he got the middle initial wrong?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't remember the years because there were
like James R. Kirk or something like that.
I don't think there were years.
Let me just Google it. James R. Kirk. Images. What does it say? Oh, yes, there are. There
are. Okay.
Yeah.
I was mistaken. I guess I just look at the R and go, that's wrong, and miss
That's
the
wrong.
years.
Yeah, exactly.
I know there was a date. I just don't remember the numbers.
There are star dates basically.
Yeah.
But there's nothing. There's no actual. He didn't like say to a good man and a better friend or something. It's just
no.
Okay.
He said, oh shit, that was one of the questions tonight. Now I have to write a new one, James R. Kirk.
Right, yeah.
Okay, let's not ask any more questions on. Let's not ruin his show right now.
Yeah, I know. The way that question was phrased, I thought it meant like, because people write something on somebody's tombstone.
Or you can approach it in a different way. Question of Trek. Basically, what you can say that Bird, the team where Bird is, has already a point.
Yeah.
He started early. He's getting his points early. 3 points.
Well, then you gotta do that for Lore too. You gotta give him a question early.
You don't have to do nothing for Lore.
Wow, Bird. Wow. Cheater.
I'm not cheating. God damn it.
You're cheating.
That's gonna be funny.
But I gotta get going so I can.
Sorry, just to answer Eric, I'm from Slovakia because he's asking. I'm listening to your accent. Where are you from? Yes,
no
Slovakia.
Problem.
Yeah,
of course. But I do have to get going so I can eat dinner and then get ready to be on the next stream. So thank you guys all for hanging out. Thank you for another great Sinema Saturday. Tomorrow, Futurama.
Nice.
That'll be a nice, interesting day. And so LDG, anything you want to say?
No, thanks, Bird. I do enjoy the Apollo movie. I thought that was awesome. And any computer issues, guys, LDG Pixels and the waiting room on the Pixelate channel. I will be starting one today, and we'll send everybody over to Continuum Trek at 6, and then starting at 7:30. As soon as he's finished, we will do the Married with Children watch party.
Awesome. You're welcome, Mountains of Elysium. Professor Brainy Specs.
It was a lot of fun today. Great having LDG, Yosef, Mr. CCDV up on the panel, and everyone in chat. You were great, and thank you, Bird, for doing this.
You're always welcome. And Yosef.
It was a pleasure taking this flight with you. Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm sorry your friend couldn't watch, but I'm glad you managed you were able to stay on the panel.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Take care, Vile. Hail, Karoga, Carlo. Question of Trek says, have a good night. See you at the Married with Children watch party. And Pixelates puts in his link. And I will see you guys at the Question of Track in an hour and 15 minutes. Qapla all, bird out.